Newsplus begins right now with me, Wadzanai Sansole, right here on ZTN Prime, channel 294 on DSTV. These are your headlines this evening. Zimbabwe continues to stand with Mozambique and today handed over humanitarian assistance following the devastating floods in that country. Also on Newsplus, we'll give you an update on the drone technology and artificial intelligence that is being rolled out by ADA to improve crop monitoring, input application, and to promote national food security. An urgent public alert has been issued by MCAS following the detection of an unauthorized cancer-treating drug, Zoladex injections, circulating on the local market. And for your sports updates, the Zimbabwe Women's Premier Soccer League welcomes the newly launched FIFA Seas program. It is a very good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. We now take a closer look at the stories making the headlines. And we start with Acting President Kembo Mohadi, who says Zimbabwe will continue to stand with Mozambique in times of need. Now, Dr. Mohadi was speaking at the handover of humanitarian assistance under the ZimAid framework, following devastating floods that have hit several Mozambican provinces. Ibn Mabunda attended the handover ceremony.
Now, the acting president, Honorable KCD Mohadi, presided over a handover ceremony of relief aid to the Republic of Mozambique. This after devastating floods displaced over 723,000 people in Mozambique across 4 provinces. Responding under the ZimAid framework, Zimbabwe mobilized the private sector and civil society to support its neighbor in a show of regional solidarity after torrential rains claimed 124 lives. The floods ravaged the provinces of Maputo, Gaza, Manica and Sofala, destroying homes, critical infrastructure and livelihoods, and leaving thousands of families in urgent need of humanitarian assistance.
Allow me at the outset to convey on behalf of the government of the people of Zimbabwe our heartfelt sympathy and deep solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Mozambique who have been affected by this tragic natural disaster.
The government donated more than 300 tons of grain aid, blankets and medical supplies.
It is in this spirit of collective responsibility that the government of Zimbabwe responded promptly to the urgent request for assistance from the Republic of Mozambique. Guided by our values of solidarity, good neighborliness, and African unity.
Receiving the aid on behalf of his country, Ambassador Muaria formally described the gesture as a symbol of deep-rooted friendship between Harare and Maputo.
On behalf of His Excellency President Daniel Shapo, the government and the people of the Republic of Mozambique, I relay to the government and the people of the Republic of Zimbabwe our deep sense of gratitude for the provided humanitarian relief.
Speaking on the significance of the intervention, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Professor Amon Murira, said Zimbabwe remains committed to standing with Mozambique in times of need.
Zimbabwe and Mozambique are linked by a shared history and geography that define our common destiny. This directs that any challenge facing our neighbor is a challenge we face together, as disaster in one nation inevitably affects the collective.
Zimbabwe has also provided air rescue support to assist ongoing emergency operations, reinforcing its commitment to humanitarian assistance and regional solidarity. Now, with this occasion, the government of Zimbabwe has once again demonstrated its commitment to the spirit of Ubuntu with the donations to the Republic of Mozambique. Reporting for ZTN Prime, I'm Ibn Mabunda, Mona Mutapa in Harare.
Now, in other news, the Agricultural and Rural Development Authority, ADA, is rolling out drone technology and artificial intelligence to improve crop monitoring, input application and yield prediction to promote national food security for the 2025 to 2026 summer cropping season. And the program targets 101,000 hectares of cereal crops, including 34,752 hectares of irrigated maize, and 64,478 hectares of traditional grains. Now, ADA Chief Executive Officer Tino Miko says that drones are already supporting precision spraying, fertilizer application and real-time field assessments, helping farmers cut input costs, reduce waste and significantly boost overall farm productivity.
So in line with our national mandate, we have 101,230 hectares under summer plantings, comprising of 34,752 hectares of irrigated maize and 64,478 hectares of traditional grains, mainly dominated by red and white sorghum. Split across our other estates, our A1 and A2 joint venture growers, our irrigation scheme business units, and clustered smallholder farmers. And as you can see, we've supported our farmers with drones both for spraying and for fertilizer spreading. Because of these incessant rains, it has been difficult to apply top dressing because of the wet mud fields. That's why we then roped in this drone technology both for spraying and for fertilizer application.
Now, residents in Mbare's Mzembi area are sitting on a health time bomb as burst sewer pipes and blocked toilets have turned streets into waste zones. Our correspondent Mirira Nsingo was in Mbare.
Raw sewage flowing in the streets of Mbare in Mzembi area, one of Harare's oldest suburbs, has become normal. Residents say they have actually got used to the smell of sewer, despite knowing the dangers that it exposes them to waterborne diseases like cholera, dysentery, typhoid, among other diarrheal diseases. These residents have yet to cope with the blocked sewer for years.
Tajaira masweja achingoerera ipapa chiro kunhuwa kwacho hatichatombonzwi kunhuwa tatongojaira kuti isimero yedu kumbari kunoku ndomugariro watakaita kuno chero kudya totodya tiri papapa.
A serious health hazard is looming, and as the rains continue to pound, most houses in this area are having to bear the brunt of raw sewer. The threat of diseases is real.
Gore rese hatitozikana kupinda mutore tinorare chitu saka vanongoya vogadzira vekanzuro zvekuti inongokwanisa kudzika zve1 day yakangodzika zve1 day usiku inenge yatozara kuseni kuti uchatotarisa kuti mwana opinda haapinde saka tototi 2 years usingapinde mutoilet ezvo vana vanoitira mubhaketi todira mutoilet.
Local authorities are seemingly neglecting their duty. The site overpopulation is the stumbling block. Council claims the sewer infrastructure is also old and cannot continue to service the growing population. Residents are desperate for a lasting solution to this perennial challenge.
Korera akanyanya honye dzinenge dzichingofamba hapana kana pokugezera toshaya kuti toita sei chichemo chacho topani nokuti zvinhu zvacho zvanyanya kana vana chaivo kuti vakwanise kuti vafambe unenge uchitotyira kwakuti wavharira mumba.
Gogo Makande, who has been a resident for decades, feels neglected as the stream of sewer flows past her doorstep. She feels laid down by the Harare City Council as she has been religiously paying her bills.
Nemadziro awo anditi muri kwaona afa ndo muri kubuda awo wekundinini wekupedzesera kubva kuraini rekupedzesera tichaenda futi ndo ndini wekupedzesera kunoku kwese kwanetsa manje saka wese wakaflasha zvese zvinouya kwangu kunoku.
This is the situation in Mbare. Residents are desperate and they are hoping that one day they will find a lasting solution to this situation that continues to expose them to several waterborne diseases and this health hazard right in front of their yards. Only time will tell if they will find a solution. Reporting for CTN Prime, I am Mirira Nsingo in Mbare, Mzembi area.
Now, the Medicines Control Authority of Zimbabwe has issued an urgent public alert following the detection of unauthorized cancer-treating drug Zoladex injections that are circulating on the local market. And in a statement, MCA's Director General Richard Rukwata said the product was not formally imported into Zimbabwe, raising serious concerns about its safety and also about its quality and effectiveness. Now, the regulator says the unauthorized product can be identified as packaging that includes both English and Afrikaans instructions, suggesting it was intended for another market. And the approved Zimbabwean version carries English-only instructions and packaged in blue-toned cartons, bearing MCA's registration sticker. Now, Rukwata warned healthcare providers and patients to be vigilant when sourcing the drug. And MCAS has instructed all licensed wholesalers, pharmacists, and public and private health facilities to immediately quarantine any suspected unauthorized Zoladex injections and submit them to the authorities for safe disposal. And in other news, hundreds of learners, school leavers, and university students converged at the Harare Showgrounds this Wednesday for the Zimpapers Career Day Symposium, interacting with experts from different fields. Now, the symposium was aimed at providing young people with career guidance on the diverse skills pathways available in the professional world. The initiative comes at a time when A and O-level examination results have just been released. And the symposium saw experts in technology, in agriculture, in aviation, finance, and law sharing nuggets with the attendees. And the experts commended Zimpapers for hosting the event at a time that several school leavers and students are finding it hard to get career guidance. Still on our top stories, the trial of former Minister of Tourism and Hospitality, Walter Mzembi, commenced this Wednesday before High Court Judge Justice Benjamin Chikowero, with the state presenting evidence from 3 witnesses. Now, Mzembi, who is facing charges of criminal abuse of office for allegedly donating or loaning 4 public viewing area screens valued at $200,000 to 3 churches, namely United Family International Church, Prophetic Healing and Deliverance Ministry, and Zion Christian Church without obtaining approval from Treasury or Cabinet. He is denying the charges, claiming the donations were approved by an inter-ministerial committee promoting religious tourism. Now, the state is alleging that Mzembi did not follow due procedure before donating 4 screens to the churches, and the matter will continue on February the 3rd. Now we take a look at the story of the Epworth Safe Market, a space that since its launch in 2021 has helped promote safety, dignity and economic empowerment for women while strengthening the wider community. Ibn Mabunda gives us more.
The world's second most informalized economy behind Bolivia, with small to medium enterprises contributing over 60% to the country's GDP, the majority of those being women. Now, we are in Epworth, one of the high-density suburbs of Zimbabwe's capital, Harare, where it is that this Epworth Safe Market, an initiative of the United Nations Women in partnership with the EU, as well as the government of Zimbabwe's Ministry of Women, Community, Small to Medium Enterprises, has brought about transformation to the lives of many in this very community. Launched in 2021, the Epworth Safe Market has quietly transformed the lives of women vendors and the wider community. Designed under the Safe Market model, the facility offers 96 secure, well-lit stalls, clean running water, separate female and male ablution facilities, and a children's academic center and play area, simple features that make a powerful difference.
Aiwa, raramo iri kuendeka zvakanaka nekuti taakukwanisa kuzvishandirawo. Vana baba vaendawo kwavo isiri pano tichitengesawo. Ndikawanawo kamari kangu pamwe hamuna soti ndotengawo soti. Ndikawanawo school fees pamwe tirogona kuti baba wane $20 ndine $20. Ndakutoisawo yakwana $40 ye school fees yemwana.
Tine matestimony ezvakaitika kumashure. Vamwe vedu ndikuti tine madisabled muno. Madisabled akauya tiri patatengesera parodi. Motikari dzaingobula zotitsika. Tine mumwe wedu akarova arohwa nemotikari achitengesa ipapa parodhi. Saka toda kuvatenda kuti vakativakira maketi yakanaka. Iye zvino hatina motikari dzichatitsika, hatina mvura inotinaya, uyezve takaisirwa borehole.
Just steps away, the one-stop center extends protection beyond the market stalls. It offers a health, psychosocial, legal, and safety services for survivors of sexual and gender-based violence, all under one roof and centered on dignity and confidentiality.
Vanodzidzisa pano tinotora maeji kubva pa1 year 6 months kusvika pa6 years, ndichivadzidzisa kutaura, kuimba nekuita marhymes echirungu nekutamba bhora, kumhanya tiri pamagrounds tichiita maswings.
The local leadership says the safe market has become more than infrastructure, it is a community institution.
Takamira pano pamaketi posho kwayo ndopo panotenderera mari yedu. Ndo number 1. Number 2 ndo panoita kuti vana vedu titarisire kuenda kuzvikoro. Number 3 ndo pari kuchengeta nerera chirikadzi dzedu zvakanyanya.
The Epworth Safe Market and One-Stop Center are supported under the EU-UN Spotlight Initiative, implemented in partnership with the government of Zimbabwe and local authorities to eliminate violence against women and girls and provide medical assistance when necessary. Years after its launch, the Epworth Safe Market stands as proof that when women are safe, communities thrive. Here, empowerment is not a slogan, it is lived every single day. For ZTN Prime, I'm Eben Mabonda in Epworth.
Now, coming shortly after the break, councils raise alarm over mining in water catchment areas.
We're kicking your year off in all her glory with more, because we got you. You get it? We got kicks. We got scores. We got action. We got roars. It's my specialty. We got drama. We got fun. We got more for everyone with an upgrade on us just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DSTV, we got you all the way.
Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Now, moving on with our bulletin. Bulawayo and Harare city councils have engaged government over increased mining activities in water catchment areas, which is disrupting tributaries and reducing inflows into major supply dams. Now, the engagements come amid mounting fears that uncontrolled mining is diverting and damaging rivers, feeding key water sources, leading to critically low inflows at dams such as Mzengwane and Inyanguni in Bulawayo. And speaking at a local authorities contracts validation workshop in Bulawayo, officials said illegal and unregulated mining in catchment areas has emerged as a major threat to urban water security.
And we are facing in our city an existential threat now as a result of the consequences of illegal mining in our catchment areas. And I know it's an issue that doesn't just affect our city, but it's particularly bad in our city. One of our dams, Sir Inyankuni, is sitting today as we speak at 18% capacity after all these rains.
It's not only illegal mining activities, even legal mining activities, but if they don't follow the environmental protection guidelines. So one might be there legally, but if they don't follow what EMA would have recommended for them to do so that they don't divert the water, then you'll find that the rivers suffer. So it is a misnomer to believe that people suffer from illegal actions alone.
Now, local government minister Daniel Garwe acknowledged the concerns, saying government is engaging relevant authorities to ensure mining activities do not compromise critical water infrastructure.
Raised a very fundamental issue with regards to mining activities upstream, which is now affecting water bodies that are downstream. This is a matter of concern which we will carry and share with the ministry responsible for mining, and so that there must be a solution to this. So it's not only about dams not getting food, but also dangers to livestock.
Now, in our look at the news in the world around us, residents of eastern North Kivu province in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, say they are still struggling to get by with slim economic opportunities available 1 year after the March 23 movement M23 rebel group captured the provincial capital, which is Goma, in late January 2025. Many residents have returned after spending more than a year in displacement camps in Goma.
When we came back to live here in Sake, we were not at ease. We were troubled because we did not know which side we were on. We didn't know whom we should pledge allegiance to. But little by little, we got used to the new rulers. And now, by the grace of God, we have just finished a whole year. Although conditions are very difficult, we still have security, and we thank God for that.
Stay tuned to Newsplus for your business updates.
We're kicking your year off in all her glory. With more, because we got you. You get it? We got kicks. We got scores. We got action. We got roars. It's my specialty. We got drama. We got fun. We got more for everyone. With an upgrade on us, just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DSTV, we got you all the way.
The Airports Company of Zimbabwe, ACZ, intends to upgrade key infrastructure at the Joshua Mqabongomo International Airport, including converting an idle building, Mama Mafiane, into a state-of-the-art cargo village. Now, on Monday, Bulawayo made aviation history when Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 787-800 Dreamliner touched down at JMN International Airport, becoming the first aircraft of its kind to land at the facility. Now, the milestone underscores the airport's growing capacity to accommodate wide-body aircraft. And ACZ Director of Operations, Charles Nyoni, described the development as a significant moment for ACZ, noting that infrastructure upgrades are expected to stimulate growth across the aviation sector. Now, he said the airports company was progressing with plans for the cargo village and runway expansion project, both of which are still awaiting funding. And still on your business updates, the cold storage company, CSC, is seeking a turnaround specialist to lead a high-priority recovery program to revive the company. And this follows CSC's recent exit from corporate rescue in late 2025. It signals a fresh attempt by the state-owned enterprise to modernize its vast infrastructure, which includes abattoirs, feedlots, and cold chains. Now, the specialist will operate with a high decision-making authority, reporting directly to the CSC board, a call for expression in interest by Mutapa Investment Fund. And the mandate requires the successful candidate to lead a rapid diagnostic of all assets before rolling out a tiered strategic plan. CSC's proposed recovery roadmap is strictly defined by 3 critical performance windows designed to ensure a rapid and sustainable return to profitability. And now for your entertainment news, the Jeketera Renyaningwe traditional dance group from Chibi and 4 crafters were honored at a send-off ceremony at the National Gallery of Zimbabwe earlier today. They will be representing Zimbabwe at the Surajkand International Craft Mela Festival to be held in India from the 31st of January to the 15th of February. This festival will feature international and national cultural performances. Zimbabwe's vibrant cultural landscape is painted with colors of traditional dance, art, and rhythms that tell stories of our rich heritage in different communities. One group that's keeping these traditions alive is the Jeketera Renyaningwe traditional dance group from Chiwi, Masvingo province. with authentic traditional Karanga dances, including Mande, Mbakumba, and Bira, all a big part of Zimbabwe's cultural identity.
Tinonotamba Bira, tine chinonzi chinyambera, toita Mbakumba, toita Mande.
Their talent has earned them local recognition, including winning the 2025 Chibukune Shamari Mashingo preliminaries. And now internationally, they will represent the country at the Surajkund International Craft Mela Festival in India this February. At their send-off ceremony in Harare this Wednesday, Arts and Culture Deputy Minister Emily Jesaya said the group's participation at this international stage showcases Zimbabwe's rich cultural heritage.
You carry with you the essence of our heritage. Your skills, honed through generations, showcase the beauty of our traditions and the stories of our ancestors. You are the custodians of our identity.
It also fosters the friendship between Zimbabwe and India.
It is a vibrant chapter in the long and enduring story of friendship between India and Zimbabwe. Our nation shares a bond that stretches back centuries, woven through the threads of history, commerce, and shared aspirations.
As cultural ambassadors, the Jeketera Rinyaningwe traditional dance group will raise the country's flag high, at the same time showing our rich cultural heritage. Let's now take a look at our sports updates. The Zimbabwe Women's Premier Soccer League has welcomed the newly launched FIFA Seas program, which will be conducted at Midlands State University in partnership with the Zimbabwe Football Association. Now, the program is expected to play a key role in strengthening football administration and management capacity within the country, while contributing to the long-term development and professionalization of the game in the country.
One of our pillars as the Zimbabwe Premier Soccer League that we are looking to in our term is to ensure that we professionalize the league. And for that to happen, we have to have the right administrators who can assist us in taking us to that place. So this, the launch of this particular program speaks to the agenda that the Women Football League has. And there is a huge knowledge gap between other league administrators and the Zimbabwe Women Premier Soccer League. So we are very excited as a league, and we would like to ensure that our women, as many women, enroll in this program so that we can at least reduce the gap that is there in trying to professionalize the league.
And still on sport, the Premier Netball League is planning to build on their success from 2025 to present a bigger and better experience in the upcoming season. Now, last year, the PNL made regional strides with some clubs and players getting international exposure. The league is now targeting more milestones this year after recording notable competitive changes in the past season. A number of national team players were also picked from teams dominating in the PNL.
Our greatest achievement is that I've seen a lot of development in sport. Most of the teams started playing on a low note, but then we also have new teams joining us, and we've seen a fast improvement from those teams. They are playing better than how they played when they joined in. I'm also happy to say that as Premier Netball League, we managed to expose our teams to the regional competition, where we went to Namibia with Zimbabwe Defence Forces Queens as well as the Makate High Flyers, and I'm proud to say that Zimbabwe Defence Forces Queens came with a silver medal.
And that's a wrap on Wednesday's edition of Newsplus. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Wadzanai Sansole. Have a good night.